Continuing where we left off with Titus chapter 3, verse 2. This is all under the heading of what Titus is to be reminding the Cretans of. So Paul is telling Titus to remind them of these things. And here we have Medena blasphemein, amachus, enai, epiakes, pasan, endeknumenus, parutheta, pros, pantas, anthropus. So reading through that in the New American Standard, we have to malign no one, to be peaceable, gentle, and showing every, is how the NASB translates it, showing every consideration for all men. So working through those one by one. Again, we're continuing with the infinitives listed above. So picking up with this fourth infinitive. I'm going to rewrite that so it's a little bit more clear. Fourth infinitive, to blaspheme, or to revile or malign, to revile no one, being the direct object of that reviling. So to revile no one. Here's another infinitive, to be amachus, which is the idea of peaceable. If you look up that word, I believe it's only used twice in the New Testament. So peaceable, not contentious, not fighting, and not looking for a fight. This is actually a qualification listed in 1 Timothy 3:3 of not addicted to wine or pugnacious, but considerate, peaceable. So a requirement for church leadership is a general expectation for believers in Titus 3:2. So to be peaceable, and epiakes, gentle. Here we have, really, it's kind of like an implied enai here, because it's kind of carrying that same to be. Since there's not a verb here, you would say to be gentle, or as the NASB just leaves out the to be, and just to be peaceable, gentle, and then again, so that would be number, keep my green going here, number 6, and then another implied to be here, to be, and then we have a participle, showing or displaying, to be showing all, pasan, or every, and then parutheta, consideration, and then again we have a prepositional phrase, or the pros here, to men, and then pantas is all men. So a pretty comprehensive list of just general character traits and positions towards others that should be incorporated and present in the lives of believers. And it starts with subjecting oneself to those in authority. And someone could perhaps say, well, who's really in authority over me? Who do I really need to be submitting to? Who do I really need to be showing this kindness and this gentleness and this peaceability towards? Well, if there were any doubt remaining by the end, in verse 2, Paul just pretty clearly explains this is towards all men. So showing consideration towards all men, this last conclusion, is really leaving people without excuse for mistreating, being unkind, and unjust towards any. This is a call for consideration and kindness towards all, whether believers or unbelievers. And the following verse is going to be highlighting the why as it pivots into verse 3 with a causal or a explanatory gar. So we'll pick up with verse 3 next. But that is Titus chapter 3, verse 2.